Alright guys, so with update 5.2 just about a week away and Mysterio getting a new uniform that should ideally make him the topic of discussion for at least a little while, I wanted to take the opportunity to highlight some of the strengths and weaknesses of the character because I really like Mysterio overall and I would love to see him become a much better character than he currently is in Marvel Future Fight, because as it stands, the most you can get out of Mysterio is a fairly high level Shadowland solo. He's not really good for much else if you have been playing this game for more than I would say 6 to 8 months. If you're a new player coming in, Mysterio is a solid blast character because you can use him on multiple days in ABX and he will be able to get you over 100k. Besides that and some Shadowland solos, you can't really get too much out of Mysterio. If you enjoy Alliance Conquest, you can use him there and he'll do decent because he has a couple different iframes that he can chain together well enough to keep himself alive and he can run down the clock. He can also silence the opponent with his 4-star passive, making it so that they can't attack, they can't use any of their skills. So Mysterio is a very cool character in that regard, but his damage is just so low that I really would like to see him do 3 times more damage than he's currently doing right now in World Boss Ultimate with whatever uniform that Marvel decides to give him. I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to the possibility of Mysterio even getting a tier 3, and I would personally love that as well. However, I have some doubts about that simply because we just got tier 3 Jean Grey, and it's not very often that Netmarble does 2 tier 3 characters of the exact same category back to back. But since it's a Spider-Man update and Spider-Man already has his tier 3, I could definitely see them giving Mysterio his tier 3. However, that being said, boys, that is not a reason for you guys to rush building Mysterio. The most I would say you should do is get him up to level 60 tier 2 and stop there. If you don't have an ISO set on him, if you don't have an obelisk on him, if you don't have Urus on him, I would say wait and see what the uniform is going to offer him. Wait for the patch notes at the very least, because you don't want to invest a whole bunch of resources, let's say giving him additional crit rate, crit damage, attack speed, HP, all that stuff, and then you see the uniform and the skill changes that he receives and you end up having to destroy your Urus, which means a lot of wasted resources. You end up having to change your obelisk, change your ISO set. You don't want to do that. So like I always say, whenever you see that a character is due for an upgrade, that is not a reason for you to then go ahead and start investing a ton of resources in them prematurely. You want to wait, because a uniform can offer a whole lot, from skill changes that offer additional attack speed, critical rate. A uniform bonus can offer stuff like critical damage, super armor, immunity to guard break, all those type of effects. So you definitely want to wait and see what the uniform is going to offer him before you take him any further. Just keep that in mind, boys. Okay, so for me, I'm not going to touch my Mysterio. I've rolled a couple mind damage 160 and 180 damage procs for him, but I'm actually going to wait and see if he's actually going to remain as a mind damage character before I actually equip those, because they could go as far as making him an energy based character and remove all of his mind based skills. I doubt they'll do that simply because his tier 2 offers some mind damage. However, we've seen him go as far as reworking characters' tier 2 passives so recently, in fact, that even Ronin got that same treatment. So just keep that in mind, boys. Even if you roll something with double mind damage, 200% damage proc, and you don't decide to give that to Psylocke, who should be your first choice, right? And you're deciding, you know what, Mysterio's my guy, he's getting a uniform, I've been waiting for this moment, there's a possibility of him getting his tier 3, I'm gonna give it to him. Just wait, because you don't want to put it on him and come to find out they change all of his skills and made them energy based. Then you have to pull that obelisk off of him and pay crystals to do so, because double mind damage 200%, that is something you want to keep forever. Even if you don't want to give it to Psylocke, Professor X is somebody we could see in Marvel Future Fight at some point, and that sounds perfect for him, or somebody like Legion, you know what I'm saying? So it should be very interesting to see what Netmarble does for Mysterio. More than anything else, I just want a lot more damage, because overall, even though he isn't the safest character to play in the game, he's safe enough if you want him to be safe, because simply having max skill cooldown with Mysterio, you can just chain together his 5 and his 4 skill, and because of the cooldown time on these skills and the length of the animation on the skills, that's all you really need to do. Just chain these 2 iframes back to back and you can keep them very, very safe. However, if you do that, some of the time you may actually not have enough damage to complete what you need to complete. So you have to be a little bit aggressive with Mysterio if you want to get maximum DPS. You actually want to use all of his skills. But sometimes by doing so, you'll end up taking some hits and he may actually die on you, because he's a blast character, and outside of his iframes, he doesn't have healing, immunity, invincibility, none of that stuff. So more than anything else, I'm looking forward to more damage. Even if it's a premium uniform, I want to see some skill changes that offer a lot more damage. A lot more damage. I would personally like to see the summons go, but it doesn't matter to me because I don't really care. It doesn't really affect how I play the character too much. I just want to see a lot more damage out of Mysterio. I'd like him to be able to do at least 3 times more than he can currently do in World Boss Ultimate, because right now it's not very much. The best he can do right now is probably like a stage 45 solo in Shadowland, but in World Boss Ultimate, it doesn't equate to very much, as you guys are about to see. So we're gonna jump in right here on stage 41. Let's actually get that out of the way, and I'm gonna show you guys how he does right here against this Rumble. He's actually very, very effective. His crowd control is good. His damage overall is good enough to get the job done, but this doesn't really equate to much in World Boss Ultimate. Now, these guys all have 1.5 million HP, so this is going to be really tight, trying to chip away at them. But let's see if we can keep all of them together. Where's the other 2? Oh, these other idiots, bro. Especially Iron Fist, like, he's the worst. Because, he has that long iframe on his 5th, and that 4 skill of his does a good amount of damage. So we got to operate with extreme caution, even though we can't be too cautious. We can't chain iframes back to back and just sit around and do nothing, because if we do, we're gonna run down the clock and we are going to lose. See, he's blocking damage. We can't have that. We can't have that. Come on, get up, Mysterio. Stay on the asses. Stay on the. Oh, Jessica Jones got away. She's over there doing some nonsense. Hold up. She tried to hit me. Iron Fist got in his 5th. I seen it. Oh boy. Like, see, this is bad business right here. Like, we're gonna kill Luke, but I needed all of them to like have the same amount of HP so they all die at the same time. They're getting away, man. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay. At least we got Punisher out here now, so we're in the last half of the fight. Oof. Oh boy. And I gotta stay close to them when I use the oh man. But for real, I gotta stay close to them when I use the 5th, because if I don't, they will cancel it out. Oh man, we in a little bit of trouble here. Like, he's safe to use if you just want to chain his iframes and you don't really care about like damage, but like we care about damage, so we gotta take chances, man. And where's Jessica's like hiding, waiting for the right opportunity to like stop my facing, and I don't like it. Okay, she's dead now. Okay, we need the Jack in the Box. Can we get the Jack in the Box? Thank you. The Jack in the Box is so good for guard breaking them. Okay, hold up. We are struggling here, man. I promise you guys, the survivability isn't this bad, man. But you know what it is, man. It's the legendary Scrub Lord, right? So we gotta scrub, man. Scrub it up, dub. Oh, man. I promise you guys, the survivability is better than I'm showcasing right now. But the damage is the main concern. Ooh, hold on. Let's actually not die. Come on. I really love his forward skill, just because you never know what you're gonna get. It's kind of like a magic show, right? I absolutely love it. Anyways, boys, so there you have it, man. A stage 41 solo with Mysterio. That's about the most you can get out of him right now, right? That's decent, I guess. But if you take him into World Boss Ultimate, that doesn't really equate to much. Like, we're gonna put him on floor 15 or stage 15 here with Ancient One, who's offering 45% energy attack. Also, Ancient One's tier 2 passive. I'll show you guys in a sec. Where is it? Right here. Ancient One's tier 2 passive offers 25% more elemental damage, and he's fully elemental, right? So we have a good leadership on him. Then we got Ghost Panther. Obviously, you guys already know Ghost Panther. And on stage 15, Ebony, he still struggles. Now, you would think with such a good leadership, right, and a good support like Ghost Panther, this guy should easily be able to complete at least stage 25, stage 30, like most characters can do with such a good setup against somebody like Ebony when they're elemental based, energy based as well. Nah, that's not the case with Mysterio, man. That's actually not the case, especially, right, when you consider the fact that I'm almost at the maximum amount of valor that you can have, right? I'm actually going to make a video about that in a few days when I actually hit the cap, because believe it or not, guys, there is actually a cap to how much valor you can have. And yeah, this is pretty pathetic damage. Also, Ebony's canceling out his 5th skill quite a lot here. See, like the summons, probably not a good idea to use them. So I guess for World Boss Ultimate's sake, I would rather them take away the summon, because when I put the summons out, it seems like Ebony uses that as a reason to use his iframes, and then he cancels out my skill. Also, my damage proc is somewhere around here. I'll find it one day. Yep, my damage proc is lost to me. Can my jock in the box go off? No, it's still just like standing there. That's funny. Yeah, like this is some sad amount of damage, man. Okay, let's wait for him to, there you go. Because I didn't want him to iframe again and then cancel me out. Okay, really? Really? I iframed you, you bastard. I hate you, you old geezer. Yeah, guys, this is sad. We need at least 3 times more damage than this. We need Mysterio, like whatever uniform he gets, he better get enough damage to be able to do like stage 50 Ebony at the very least, right? At least stage 50 is what he needs to be able to do. If he can't do that after the update, like without getting the uniform to Mythic, obviously, I'm talking like a normal uniform, right? Because more than likely it's gonna be a 1050 uniform. I'll be very surprised if, since he's a major player in the movie, they're gonna give him a 750 uniform. I'll be very surprised. I'm almost 100% certain that his uniform is going to be a 1050 uniform. So by that logic, I expect, holy crap, these things are probably gonna kill him. Come on, there you go. Anyways, I expect way more damage than this. I'm expecting Mysterio after the update to come back in here on stage 50, because I'm gonna test him before I even touch the build, right? I'm gonna test him using this exact same team, and I'm gonna come back in here and see how much he's actually improved. And I'm hoping that I can say great things. But right now, after 3 minutes, we're still struggling, right? We're really struggling to make any kind of impact here. So yeah, this is actually quite quite sad, right? And this is like the one boss in the game right now that he should have a very big advantage against, because Ebony is weak to elemental attacks. And yeah, you saw just how much mind damage he has going in, right? He has what, like almost 50%. Then he's getting 25 from Ancient One, and then he has the leadership on top of that. Then Ghost Panther's tier 2 passive on top of that, and he couldn't do jack, right? And if we go in here, stage 5 Thanos, with such a good setup, he still can't do nothing, bro. He still can't do nothing. So yeah, man, it's quite sad, but I'm really hopeful that Netmarble can do something like worthwhile for him, because he's a major player in the movie, right? So I'm hoping, and I'm also hoping they don't make him a hero. We have enough heroes in the game. Frankly, we have too much heroes in the game, right? I would rather not see Netmarble give him an amazing uniform. Like, if they gave him 10 times more DPS than he has right now, I'd be happy, but I'd also be upset at the same time if they made him like a hero. Like, if they gave him like 10 times more damage and then he became a hero, I would be pretty annoyed, right? I'd rather them give him 5 times more damage and keep him a villain. Let me know how you guys feel about that, right? Because right now we have way too many heroes, bro. Way too many heroes. We need more villains. We need more villains. We need more villains. And I'm not going to use that as a reason to go on a rampage and say, hey, we need Omega Red, but Omega Red, you know what I'm saying? We need the Brotherhood of Mutants. Anyways, boys, you see, this is not going anywhere. Mysterio is just, like, he's too weak, man. He's way too weak. Let's actually bail out of here. I'm just going to sit back, relax, stack up on resources, and wait and see what happens with this new uniform that he's going to get. I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful, because we know when Netmarble wants to, they can deliver, and they can deliver in a big way. We saw it with Winter Soldier. We saw it with Ronin, and there's several other examples right now in this game that shows that Netmarble can deliver in a very, very big way when they want to. And I'm hoping that they can do that for Mysterio. So anyways, boys, leave me your thoughts in the comments. Like always, smash the like button and let me know how you guys feeling, man. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.